In the past, when I was a little leaner, Greg said I was sub 6, and I'm kind of scared to see how much body fat I've gained since.
So 2.4 and you're 1.5, so you're 0.3, and so you are %.
I have a hard time believing that. I don't know if we got an inaccurate reading, but
We're gonna see how lean exactly is William Li using the skin fold caliper test. Now there's various forms of body fat testing, the DEXA scan, skin fold caliper, stepping on a scale. Depending on the person, one's more accurate than the other, but we're gonna give this one a try.
For sure.
Any guesses?
You said I was sub 6 before with your laser eyes, but I think I got you fooled with the baby oil and the lighting, so I don't know, we'll see.
You've gained a little bit since your leanest, so perhaps a % less lean, but where do you see you at right now? Based on what are we gonna be here?
Greg says he's 9%. If he's 9%, I'm definitely like maybe 12%. So that's my guess.
I'm gonna say you're probably still single digit body fat. I think we're pretty damn close, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna do the test. Remember, there is margins of error, but this is gonna be the best guess we can do. And so we're gonna test 4 spots. You're gonna add up the numbers and see where he's at. All right, so let's start out with the biceps. So we're testing halfway down in the center with a relaxed arm, basically pinching the skin, getting the fat away from the muscle. I can see it's very small, and you're at 2.
2?
2 is about the
low?
smallest I've ever measured on anyone ever. There is going to be thickness from just your skin. Even if you have no fat at all, there's still the skin. So you gotta have a couple numbers there. And so we're gonna see, is it a 2? That's as small as you can get. But up next is the tricep. Big arms on this guy. And so flex and then relax. We're gonna be measuring right around where that horseshoe ends. You can see there's muscles on each side. And then relax, because if it's tight, I won't be able to pinch it. So it's about halfway down, which just always happens to be around that flex area when you can see that horseshoe. Pinching the skin away, because if I don't pinch the skin away, the muscle is very tight to the skin and it would give an inaccurate reading. So I really have to pinch the skin away from the arm to make sure that I'm actually measuring the skin fold thickness of the skin and the fat. And so on this one, you can see a 5. And so he definitely carries more fat on the tricep than the bicep. Always the case. Everyone carries more tricep fat than bicep fat. When you're measuring women, they always have a huge number here.
Oh.
Women almost always carry a ton of fat in their triceps. So even a really lean girl usually have double digits, 10 plus.
What's your lowest you've seen on a guy's tricep?
3 point something, low 3s.
Something?
Like guys who are like 4% body fat usually have a little bit over 3.
Ah, okay. All right, what's next?
Okay.
I'm excited to see what the results are, but I'm also not that excited because I feel like Greg said I was sub 6 in the past when I was a little leaner, and I'm kind of scared to see how much body fat I've gained since.
Next up is going to be the abs. So let's just turn this way a little bit and put your one arm over your head. And what we're trying to do is we're lining up right in the armpit on the side of the hip. And I'm going to pinch right above his hip bone right here at an angle where the fat is. And I'm going to be pushing and pulling the skin away from the body again. So I'm going to get a good reading right here. And again, very low, the same as the tricep, a 5. Very low numbers so far.
All right.
Are you happy so far?
I don't know.
I don't really know what that means. It's like, is 5 good? The lowest I've ever seen is a bit over 3 on the stomach.
Okay, I'll take 5.
People that are 2, 3, 3, that's like ridiculous, like pro bodybuilder, shredded, ridiculous. So far, for a guy that's not competing, this would be like excessively lean. Last, and usually the thickest on a guy, it's the subscapula right here. And so we're gonna feel, just relax as much as you can. I'm looking for his scapula. This is what I'm feeling for the bone. And then I'm gonna take a pinch, a skin fold slightly below that at an angle to go along with the fold of the body. And so I'm pinching the skin here again. I'm making sure it's not attached, so I'm pinched it out. Always the highest number, and you can see 9.5, which is very common, very normal to have the back as the highest. And oddly enough, girls usually have lower numbers on their back than guys.
Oh.
So girls will have like huge numbers on here, but then less on their back. And that's because women are more like pear shaped. You ever heard of what guys are? What fruit?
Fruit?
Starts with an A.
Apple.
You got it, apple shape.
Apple.
So guys more have apple shape. Guys predominantly have more fat around the belly, which is worse for the heart. Girls have more like cellulite and like saddlebag or lower hip fat. And so when you have more fat in here, you also have fat up in the tricep.
Yeah.
So that's typically what you're gonna see. So we just
I'm learning so much just from being around Greg. Everybody thinks he's just this guy that screams at the camera and just yells angry all the time. But when you're actually with him, he's always like, he's so charismatic, so nice.
I'm just having a great time.
Yeah.
It's just fun for me. We're talking
learning
about health
so
and
much.
fitness. We're hanging out all day. And so this, for me, this is like where I'm having the most fun. This is like what I truly enjoy.
I can tell you're so passionate about everything that.
If you were 20, you would have 8.1%, and if you had 25, you'd have 10.5%. And so 21.5, we have to do, what's it called? Extrapolate, or so I can just do that. So 2.4 and you're 1.5, so you're 0.3 times 2.4. 2.4 times 0.3 plus the 8.1, and so you are 8.8%.
8.8. I'll take it.
So basically, I'm between 8 and 9% pretty much all the time. So we're pretty much exactly the same.
I have a hard time believing that. I don't know if we got an inaccurate reading, but if Greg is the same body fat percentage as me,
It's very lean. Single digit body. If you're a single digit, you're literally in the 99th percentile. Like
Yeah.
1 in 100. Like people exaggerate. They see all the social media, see like guys like us,
Yeah.
and you think, oh yeah, a lot of people are single digit. It's not the case. Like the extreme outliers, the really, really lean people are under 10%. Average guy, 25%. Like even if you're at 15%, that's extremely lean.
yeah.
Like 15 is like super healthy and lean. So I always tell people, like, if you don't have abs, you're fat. But like if you can't see any like if you can't pretend to see abs, then you're probably overweight. And it's not my fault. I didn't decide what overweight is. I wish 25% was as healthy as 15. It's not. So we're just telling the truth, like speaking numbers. But you don't have to be 8.8% to be healthy. It's not healthier to be 9% than 15. It's not a contest to see who's the leanest. It's just a number. And so we're not telling people you have to be single digit body fat, but like if you're overweight, then yeah, losing weight is going to make you healthy.
Yeah, at a certain point, there's a sweet spot. So if you're too lean, that's not good. For most people, I would say around 12% is probably when you're the most healthiest.
For athletes, like 8 to 12% for like an Olympic athlete, like the best athletes in the world, like the top superstar football, basketball players, the Olympic athletes, 8 to 12. And so you're at 8.8. I mean, you're on the lower end of an Olympic athlete. That's lean.
Greg, thank you so much for measuring my body fat percentage. Maybe one day we'll come back and I'll be a little leaner and I'll be sub 6 like he said I was before.
For contest shape.
For contest shape. We'll see though. But until next time.
Do these.
Looking for harder than last time supplements? Click the link in the description and use code GREG. That's right, G-R-E-G. It's as easy as that. You will get 10% off your order. Don't matter if it's for the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team. 10% off. Please use code GREG when you check out.
Do these.
There you have it. We're about the same percent body fat. Who did you pick to be leaner? Who knows? It's about the same, 8.8%. This is William Lee. Go check him out on his channel. He's got a popular channel on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the whole thing, the whole 9 hours.
Let's get shredded together.
And until next time, we're out.